The transfer window is now officially open and the first deal has gone through ahead of the January window. The new era 2024 with INEOS coming in, and Brailsford first day is today. He's set to arrive in Manchester to make a big overhaul, and rumours and reports suggest that Erik Ten Hag is coming to Manchester to have an emergency meeting with Ten Hag. What could this mean over Ten Hag's future? Could he be sacked? We've also got other news and information coming out about what INEOS plans are. Are they going to pump 300 million in for Manchester United to spend in 2024? Their big clear out plans. Ten Hag's future. Ten Hag speaking on the deal, and reports that Varane now wants to leave United because he thinks he's being forced out. So please do smash that like button. Of course, subscribe down below if you're new, and let's get into the video. So this was news that came out yesterday. So this is the first part of the story. Then I'm going to get into the news that came out this morning, which is the second part of the story. So it said new. Erik Ten Hag's investment in Manchester United is set to substantially increase their ability to buy players in the summer. His new $300 million equity investment is expected to greatly improve the club's FFP position. What I'm thinking is not much is going to happen in January. I think January is about just offloading the staff, bringing in a new recruitment team, bringing in new scouts, getting the Merters out over the next few months, getting the Ashworths and the Mitchells in, getting the people in place ahead of a big summer window in 2024. I think if they can clear out players in January like Martial, Sancho, they will. I think in the summer, players like Anthony I expect to leave. I expect a lot of people to leave, but I think because we won't have to worry about FFP as much in the summer, I think that we could potentially have a big spend, a big overhaul under INEOS, but I don't expect lots to happen in January, despite Duncan Castle saying that United are attempting to offload a number of first team and squad players in January to raise money for the window. We know that Ten Hag wants Tolibo, we know that Ten Hag would want another attacker in, and the players that we've been linked to aren't the most impressive in attack. We know that United need a right winger, potentially Amadella will go out on loan, but I think he's probably better than Anthony from that 30-minute cameo. But I don't think loads will happen in the January. I think we will try and sell players, but I think in the summer there could be a big offload, and I think with the investment coming from INEOS, hopefully United won't be using the FFP excuse 24/7 as an excuse not to do anything in the window when, Liverpool don't use the FFP as an excuse. Man City, well, they just cheat. And, we know what Chelsea are like with FFP as well. But Chelsea find a way to sell well. Even if Chelsea sell the wrong players, at least they sell well. Chelsea sell Mount and Havertz, but they get like over 100 million for the two of them. It's like us selling someone that we might need, like Luke Shaw, and then selling them for 10 million. That would be United. Do you know what I mean? But anyway, let's get into Brailsford. Brailsford has arrived at Manchester United. What has been said by Whitwell, and Laurie Whitwell did a really good article, so I recommend reading the full thing. He said, Sir Dave Brailsford is spending his first day meeting staff and touring Manchester United's training ground, accompanied by football director John Murtagh and interim chief executive Patrick Stewart. So his first day was yesterday. It is regarded as a light touch opening, but ultimately Brailsford is set to evaluate areas for improvement and report back to Ratcliffe. So Brailsford is here at United. His first day has arrived. He's assessing Manchester United. He's looking for areas to improve, and he is reporting back to Ratcliffe. It was said that Sir Brailsford is expected to talk to manager Erik Ten Hag as well as coaching and recruitment staff, although formal meetings will come at a later date. Manchester United players are also in the complex. So it said obviously it's only beginning, but in the coming weeks, coming days, he will have a conversation with Ten Hag. He will have a conversation with players. But that any decision made on Ten Hag's future will be made by likely Brailsford and Blanc and Ratcliffe. And with the recent loss to, of course, who did we lose to? Who did we lose to? We lost to someone with the recent loss. We lost to West Ham. We beat Villa. Med's just gone in the rainfall. Forest. Right. So with the recent loss to Forest. See, I forgot about that. See, I was good to forget about that. Just remembered it now. With the recent loss to Forest, there's definitely going to be pressure on Ten Hag. And while I know that it's very likely Ten Hag will be given to the end of the season because Patrick Stewart doesn't want to make any big decisions while he's here, with INEOS sort of coming in now and sort of slowly bringing people in, there will be meetings with Ten Hag potentially about his future. And in the coming weeks, they might make a decision if things get worse. So I don't think Ten Hag's future is 100% safe. I think he'll be given to the end of the season. And I think he might be cleared out if things continue. But I think now that INEOS are coming in, having meetings with Ten Hag, Ratcliffe's coming in, we're getting the people in place, in a couple of weeks' time, once we get towards the back end of January, if results are just as bad, I think he could go. But I think they might give him to the end of the season because of lack of interims. But Talking to someone that might be arriving at Manchester United, it was said by the Muppeteers that they're waiting further confirmation, but Jim Ratcliffe will be heading to Manchester for New Year's Day. Now, the United Muppeteers have been spot on with pretty much every bit of information they've said during this takeover about how Blanc will come in, how Brailsford will come in, they've basically been spot on with all their information. They've got a very good source. So I'm assuming Ratcliffe is heading to United for New Year's Day. There are reports and rumours coming out that Ratcliffe and Brailsford will be here New Year's Day, emergency meeting, actually having a meeting with Ten Hag about his future and stuff. And also it's the 1st of January. Maybe they'll be having a meeting about January transfer deals. We're going to talk about the January transfer deals we've done already ahead of January 1st that have now gone through because it's January 1st. But I think maybe there'll be a meeting with Ten Hag. Maybe there'll be a meeting about January transfer deals, what we're going to do. We want to ideally finish in the top 4, so it gives us an advantage in the summer window. It gives us more money. Manchester United, when they're not on track for top 4, are more likely to spend. We saw it in the past. We brought in Bruno. We looked like we're going to finish 8th. We finished in the top 4 with a lot of teams dropping points. We're still not completely out of it, but we're not good enough. It feels like we need a lot of investment, though. But I think Todibo and a top right winger is who I would bring in the January window. And then I would fix the midfield in the summer because I don't think there's a midfielder available that's going to fix the midfield mess. And hopefully we just players stay fit and we can avoid injury. Please do that like button if you have not already. Of course, subscribe down below if you're new. What did Erik Ten Hag say on Dave Brailsford? He will say, we will see we have our problems. You want to build on the last result, but we have to change our striker. He's saying with Brailsford watching the matches, you can see that surely Manchester United have their problems. I think Ten Hag is kind of like, okay, my job is at the final stretch. My job is not looking safe. My job is not looking good. But he also knows that he's been hung out to dry. Pep Guardiola obviously spoke about how good the Man City board was and after the Man United games with Dig at United. I think Ten Hag is sitting there and he's saying, and he said in interviews recently, it'd be nice if those at the top of the club showed the ambition because I think it would give us more motivation. He said sort of comments like that. He said, sort of if the right player's available in January, if the money's there, I'd like so-and-so. And I think Ten Hag is kind of hoping that Brailsford is watching and going, yeah, this guy needs investment in January. This guy has got all these players injured. He's having to work with the squad. I think that's what he's hoping because as soon as Højlund is ill, Rashford has to play striker. And when Rashford has to play striker, Anthony has to play on the right wing. And you've not only got a worse right winger now, but you've also got Rashford playing out position at striker. Rashford on the left, Garnacho on the right, Højlund up top. Ahmad can be rotation for Garnacho on the right. Garnacho can be rotation for Rashford on the left. Maybe Marcus Leonardo needs to come in for Højlund. Maybe we need a right winger with Sancho leaving. There's a lot of things. And I think Ten Hag is just hoping that INEOS will sort of see that he needs that backing and investment, which the Glazers won't see. Ten Hag, on talking with INEOS, he said he will have a conversation with them, no doubt about that. They'll work together and set high targets, of course, and structures. And he said they're all going to talk about that. And it's believed that they're going to have chats in these coming days with Ratcliffe involved. But going into the January window is officially open. The Lindelof contract extension has gone through. Lindelof deal is done. INEOS' first deal is giving Lindelof a new contract, which if it's them giving them a new contract because they want to sell him for a bit of money in the summer, fair enough. And then, of course, the Donny deal was officially gone to Frankfurt. Donny deal, here we go, was done. Frankfurt can now officially announce Donny van de Beek as of today. That deal will be officially done. Donny was only in the squad yesterday, but he is going to Frankfurt today. So we've got 2 deals done and underway ahead of the window. But I want to dive into a bit more information, a bit more news and rumours. Now the window is officially open. Manchester United can do January deals. Do I expect Manchester United to particularly do many January deals or anything interesting? No, because it's Manchester United. But there's Todibo, who could be available. There's obviously Werner, Girassi and Marlon, who could be available. I hope you don't go for them. Marcus Leonardo is available. Potentially a move for someone like Bakayoko. Could be on Sule. Nico Williams just signed a new deal, so I feel like that's less likely. Potentially a move for Elise, who Liverpool have been linked to. I'd like United to be looking at good strikers, good right wingers and good centre-backs. Not these short-term deals that are going to get us through to the summer. I want us to be buying someone that's going to be in that 5-year plan. Someone that's going to be in that 5-year plan. And look, if we get an offer for Martial, Anthony, sell them. Get an offer for Lindelof, sell them. Even though we're short on centre-backs this season. I don't think Casemiro will go anywhere, and I don't think Varane will go anywhere either. But there is obviously reports and rumours that Varane is not happy and could be going in at the summer, which we're going to dive into. It was said on Varane. Varane feels he's being pushed out of Manchester United after the club decided against extending his contract by 1 year. Rafael Varane is undecided over whether to accept a reduced salary at United if they draft up a new deal. And to an extent, I understand that. He wasn't played for 6 weeks because Johnny Evans was playing for tactical reasons. It's very obvious the club is pushing him out because he's on high wages and they should be pushing the Maguires and Lindelofs out first. Completely understand that. But I know that if Varane is as happy at United as he says he is, and he's going to get game time at United, and hopefully he will continue to get game time because he's the best centre-back, I'd like to see him sign a new deal on a reduced wage. Please, Varane, sign a new deal on a reduced wage. That would be massive because you are our best centre-back, and I think Ten Hag's learnt his lesson not to drop you anymore. But anyway, people, that is the end of today's video. Please do smash that like button. Subscribe down below if you're new. And, of course, get involved in the comments. I will be back about 6 p.m. tonight for a live stream. See you then. Bye.